up, y'all? The Mardi Gras rig is actually about 2 miles that way. We're at this other little platform by the Mardi Gras rig. And we found a nice shady spot protected by the sun. But I want to show you what we're using. We got the little small Mojo shrimp, a piece of fluorocarbon about 30 inches long with a swivel. This water's so clean out here that we don't want any of the trout to see the braid we're using, the 20-pound braid we're using. And we got the drag cranked down pretty tight because these big trout, they wanna run underneath that rig after they hit. So we're just drifting, letting this thing sink down to the bottom. Takes a few seconds, maybe about 10 seconds. The tide is very slacked right now, so it's in between the incoming and the outgoing. So what we're doing, right when we feel it hit the bottom, we're just popping it real slow. I haven't seen this quality water out here in 2 or 3 years. This is some green salt water. We got spade fish swimming all around, everywhere. We'll try to get up there a little closer. Go down. Where'd you cast?
Hi.
Where are you? Whenever you got cameras running, the fish are really camera shy most of the time. So what I like to do is show y'all what we caught yesterday. It was a long day, but these trout, I mean, there's some slabs in here. These are the nicest trout we caught in a while. We're out by the Mardi Gras rigs. I mean, you didn't have to measure any of them. They all were caught on that small Mojo shrimp, just with that fluorocarbon leader with a little swivel. We were just dropping it down. I mean, we managed to pick up some beautiful fish. We only caught 10, but it was well worth it. Got our butt beat on the way back with the wind, but if you want to see the difference, this is a 13-inch trout, so you know what that is. These are some quality fish. We're gonna clean them up. I don't know why I never really like using an electric knife unless I got a bunch of them. I just like to use a real sharp Dexter knife. I know people can do it faster than me, but to me it's saving the meat, not chewing it all up with an electric blade. I just tip it on this stone every once in a while, and it keeps this blade like a razor blade. Just a couple sweeps of that. We save all this stuff for crab bait. We have our traps off our pier here, which we catch a few crabs every week. Just bring them home for dinner. They're not the fullest, but it satisfies the crab craving every once in a while. Sometimes you got to flip it up like that, get some of that belly out of there. But to me, this is just a better quality fillet. It doesn't have all the saw marks and grit. These things are full of eggs. If your knife's sharp enough, it'll cut right through that bubble gum belly. I like doing it in stages. I like cleaning them all first and then coming back and skinning them after. We're at the camp right now. We're getting ready to pack up and head home. When we get back to the house, we'll prepare these things. I also got some soft shell shrimp from a local shrimper down here and some soft shell crab, so we're gonna have a seafood fry using some awesome tempura batter. dog's waiting to get a scrap. You want a scrap? I'll give her a little of this belly without the bones on it. Oh, you love it, huh? Want it? Want it? She loves raw fish. Nothing to it. And that was a successful trip. Look how much meat we have. I'm gonna use some of these bigger ones probably for some trout Amandine. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but that's one of my favorites. I rinse these babies off a little bit. But you know, this Ziploc bag when it's full, it's about 5 pounds of fillets. It's gonna make quite a few meals for us. We're gonna do it today. You know, all of these trout were camera shy, but we're gonna eat them and make everybody feel better. We tried to record. Every time the GoPro battery died or something like that, we caught a fish. So we're gonna make it up to you tonight, doing this delicious trout Amandine with the freshest speckled trout, only 2 days old. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna show you some of the ingredients that we're using. This is pretty simple. You can kind of wing it if you don't have one or two. It tastes about the same. We're using a little garlic powder, onion powder, some paprika, some fresh garlic, lemon. We have some butter in the refrigerator staying cold. We also have some sliced almonds. These are very important. It's part of the whole Amandine part. And a little bit of white wine. So we're gonna put this, put all this together for you and just let you see the process in cooking it. All right, one of the first things we're gonna do is season our fish. I like using, you know, this pepper medley. It's got like 5 different peppers in it. It's delicious. Just by cracking some of that on top of the fillets. Do a little salt as well, just a little bit, not much. And then a little paprika, just for a little color on there, not much. I'll coat it with a little onion powder and a little garlic powder. Don't need much garlic powder, but that's it. We're not going to season both sides. What I like to do is just lay it on top of each other. Get it a little bit on the other side. It doesn't take much seasoning for this. You definitely don't want to overpower it and just take the flavor out of the fish with the seasoning. This fish is so clean tasting and so fresh. You want to taste the fish. So the next thing we're going to do is just dredge this in a little bit of flour. Just take a little flour, put it on each side. You're not really trying to coat it too much. You just a little bit. Just lay it in there. Shake off the excess. All right, y'all, we're gonna put the skillet on like a medium heat. Add some olive oil to the skillet. And while we letting that heat up, we are actually gonna toast some almonds. And some people like a lot of almonds, a little almonds. I like a good bit of almonds. I really enjoy the crunch. So we're just gonna add these. We just put a little olive oil in this pan just to get a good toast on them. And all I do, I just take this little rubber spatula thing and let them lay flat. You don't want to burn them. You just want them to smell. You want that nutty smell. All right, y'all, we're toasting our almonds. Getting those good and toasted. You just want to make sure you move them around so they don't burn. You definitely don't want them burned. We're slicing up a little garlic for our sauce. This is going to be a lemon butter white wine reduction sauce. So you want to cut this garlic as thin as possible. Nobody wants a big old hunk of garlic. They just want to taste it. So we're just mincing this up. Put it up a little bit. Get our back skillet going. Start off with a little olive oil in there. Not much. Just enough to coat it around. Drop our garlic in there. Yeah, they get nice and toasty here. Nice and toasty. Put that down a little bit. We want these all a little bit golden brown. It's going to take a few minutes. That's flavor right there. We definitely don't want to burn this garlic. We just want it nice and soft with no tooth on it. You don't want it to have a crunch to it at all. Right when they're getting ready to turn golden brown, we're going to add our white wine. Just starting. It smells delicious already. We're actually going to use the zest off about a half of this lemon and throw in here at this time. Then go ahead and slice it in half. We got this little gadget here. Just put the lemon in. And goes this way. Get all the juice out of this lemon. Those almonds are getting to be just about right. We're going to go ahead and turn the almonds off. We're going to turn this back burner up a little bit. We want this to reduce down by about a third of what it is now. All right, while everything else is going, these almonds are ready. There's no need to cook these anymore. We're just gonna let them sit here. We have the white wine reduction reducing down right now. I put it on a little bit low because I don't want my sauce to be ready before my fish are ready. But I'm gonna show you how to finish that up in a little while. We have our skillet on a medium-high heat. We're gonna work this olive oil around this pan real good. And we also have our oven on broil, on high. So let's just test and make sure the grease is nice and hot. We'll give it another minute. This is the fun part here. This oil is getting nice and hot in this pan. So what we're gonna do, we just drop our fillets in here. And what you want to do, just move them around a little bit so they don't stick right out the gate. Just wiggle it. Keep them loose. Last thing we want to do to ruin this whole deal is have these fish stick on this cast iron pan. It already smells absolutely delicious. Now, I didn't say this was going to be that healthy of a meal because we're using almost a whole 3/4 of a stick of butter in this. I'm going to turn up our reduction so that it reduces a little bit more. And remember, you can just take your fingers and all you want to do is move that meat around a little bit so that it doesn't stick. If it sticks, game is over. The party's over. We can already see a little white around this fish. It means it's starting to cook around the sides here. We're going to do a flip right now. A nice little easy flip on each piece. Because we're not going to be able to flip it again. Make it move. No sticking. Just like to put a couple little pats of butter in here to give it some love. We'll roll a little bit on top. I think it's showtime now. These things are almost ready. What we're going to do now is finish them up in this oven. Now this thing is reduced beautifully. Look at that. Now it's time to add our butter. We're actually shutting the fire off on this. I'm going to take some cold butter and add it right to this. I like to do it one or two little pieces at a time. You don't want to have this thing cranked up too high now because your butter will burn and then this whole beautiful sauce will separate and it'll look like oil. And we don't want that. So right now the fire is off. We're just letting that butter melt. Add a little more little black pepper and just a touch of salt to it, not much. And that's about done. Now let's check on our fish. Whoa, look at that. Will somebody come look at that? Look at that fish. And maybe another 30 seconds on it in there. All right, we got to get this baby out the oven. Look at that. Look at the crust on that. This fish is perfectly cooked. Now is the time that we're going to add the almonds. Don't be stingy on the almonds. we are ready to take this off. Got one casualty, but it's not going to make a difference. I'll eat that piece. And then we're going to take our lemon butter sauce. Just drizzle it right on top of here. And there it is. Beautiful trout Amandine. This is why we fish. This is delicious. Mmm. And we'll do a cheers or something.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
And this is why we fish. One of my very favorite meals. I love this.
Trout Amandine, baby.
Mmm. So good.
Look at that. Look at the juice pouring out of that thing.
My favorite.
Mm.
I love this.
To a good weekend.
To a great weekend and a great meal.
So if you like this video and the other videos we post, please subscribe to our channel and share.
Happy fishing.